Right then, welcome back everyone. Now I can only apologise for my brief hiatus, but from what I can see from the previous video, I was not greatly missed.
It's not looking good, Maeve. It's not looking good.
Anyways, nevertheless, I'm back. And today, we're going to be talking about one of my favourite ever TV shows, The Boys. Now since the new season of The Boys just came out, I thought there was no better time than to give my thoughts on the show and rank the characters from boring as fuck to I wish literally every second of the show was about this character. And so without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, let's go.
Coming in at dead last, we've got Huey. He's just a boring, whiny little man who contributes nothing to the team and hinders every plan the boys put together because he wants to go about things the right way. If you like this man, you're definitely a pervert and you probably do things like put the milk in before the cereal or something weird. Next up is Queen Maeve. I mean, she's just a shit Wonder Woman, isn't she? They've got super strength and durability covered in the 7, and so her skill set serves zero purpose in the team. She spends half her time fucking moping around because of what, her crushing depression and self-loathing or some bullshit. Have you ever thought about just smiling, bitch?
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
Next is the Deep. Not gonna lie, I do sometimes appreciate the comic relief he provides, and I do like Chase Crawford as an actor. However, his character is incredibly stupid, his powers are kind of shit, and I mean what he does to Starlight in the first episode is appalling. He's just a bit of a wanker overall, isn't he? The next two spots go to Translucent and Black Noir. I mean, they're pretty minor characters to be honest, aren't they? Translucent only lasts a few episodes, and you get more conversation out of a fucking chair than you do out of Black Noir. Oh, what a day. How's your day been, mate? Not a trick question. Fine, I didn't want to know anyway. Say nothing if you're stupid, fat and smell like rotting shit. Ah, got him. Oh, fuck you, okay? Also, what the fuck sort of name is Black Noir? Anyways, like, it literally means black. I mean, he wears all black, and he also is black. Like, fucking A-star for creativity there, Jesus. Both their powers are relatively cool though, so that's why they're not at the very bottom. Coming in just above them is Lamplighter, purely because he has a bit more of an interesting backstory and involvement in the plot in the first season. I won't go into detail about that to avoid spoilers, but the reveal episode about him is a really good one. Next is Frenchie. Let's be honest, he's the worst member of the boys, not counting Huey. Yeah, he's cool and his relationship with Kimiko is cute, but at the end of the day, he's just a B-Tech Eden Hazard, isn't he? I can't be the only one that sees that, right? After Frenchie is Stormfront. For me, her inclusion in season 2 was brilliant and she really added an interesting dynamic to the plot. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but the last couple of episodes of season 2, when all is revealed about Stormfront, is some of the best TV I've ever watched. Not even kidding.
Nice.
And next up is A-Train. Now I know a few people might disagree with this one, but for me his power is by far the coolest. The little sound effect they use whenever he runs is just so cool to me. I don't think I've seen a more memorable first episode of a TV programme than when A-Train reduces Huey's ex-girlfriend Robin to a pile of blood and guts on the floor, ever. Yeah, he is a traitorous, fake, dickhead bastard, but super speed is just really cool. And now we've reached the top 5. 5th place goes to Kimiko. How can you not like her? She's basically Wolverine minus the claws. And also the words.
Let me talk.
Her story arc is tragic yet enthralling when we find out about her brother and why she can no longer speak. Also, as I said before, her relationship with Frenchie is really lovely, and so she's a deserved top 5 character. 4th place for me goes to Starlight. I just find her backstory so interesting with the whole overbearing mother forcing her to go to the beauty pageants and perform hours on end, and even going as far as giving her the compound V. Her powers are also pretty unique, and I haven't seen many other powers similar to hers in other superhero media. However, I have no idea what she sees in that fucking weed Huey. She'd be so much better off with her old Christian camp friend Alex, aka Supersonic, barring some sort of, I don't know, brutal murder of Alex in the near future. Ah shit. 3rd place goes to MM. How can someone with the name Mother's Milk be so cool? As Butcher explains in the most recent episode, he is the most important member of the boys because he holds the group together. I also see a lot of myself in him with his sort of autistic OCD tendencies. Fuck. He's such an underrated character in my opinion, and so he goes at the number 3 spot. 2nd place has to go to none other than Butcher. I can't explain how much I love this character. Carl Urban was literally born to play this role. From his incredibly inappropriate, incredibly offensive, but incredibly funny comments.
Evening, cunts.
to his brutal honesty and complete disregard for others' feelings.
Oh, fuck. Looks like Kermit the Frog had a right wank in your mouth.
To his simply badass soup killing, I honestly can't fault him. If there wasn't this one final character on the list, he'd be the clear winner. However, there is one final character, and for anyone that's watched the show, you know what's coming. The number one spot goes to Huey's dad. Wait, what? Just kidding. The number one spot, of course, goes to Homelander. I mean, what can you even say about him? For me, he's one of the best written and acted characters in fiction ever, or that I've ever seen. As I said at the start of the video, if the whole 60-minute episode was just Homelander, I'd be thrilled. I love how every episode he just seems to slip further and further away from sanity and just becomes that little bit more unhinged. Literally any interaction you have with him is taking your life into your own hands, as he's so unstable and insecure. You don't know what random thing you say might rub him the wrong way and set him off. The dream sequence where he just mows down that entire crowd with his laser eyes just gives us a glimpse of what he's really capable of and what he really wants to do. The concept of Homelander as well is so intriguing. Having someone that is the most powerful person on the planet, by far, but who is also a complete psychopath, believes he's a god and is better than everyone, and there's simply no way of stopping him from doing whatever he wants, is a pretty fucking terrifying idea to think about. The way he manipulates people as well, and knows that he can make people do whatever he wants because they know what will happen if they don't, is almost as scary as his powers themselves. Like, for example, the scene of the Deep being made to eat that octopus is one of the most difficult to watch scenes I've watched in a while. I just want to briefly mention the acting as well. How can someone be that convincing in playing a psychopath? Just his smile, for example. At first glance, you think it's just a normal smile, but if you really look, it's as if someone sort of told him how to smile, or described what a smile is, but he's never seen one, and he's just doing his best to replicate it. But really, the emotion associated with the smile is clearly missing. Like, honestly, Anthony Starr does an unbelievable job of playing Homelander. If I ever met him in real life, I'd probably run away, just in case he really hasn't been acting this whole time. Sorry to interrupt, future me here. I was just editing this clip when a thought occurred to me. I genuinely think this is why Anthony Starr looks so unrecognisable in these interviews compared to Homelander, because if he looked how he looked in the show, I genuinely think people would run away from him if they saw him in the street. Sorry about that, I went off on a slight tangent there. But anyway, that concludes the list and the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, check out this other video I made, where I watched every single Robert Pattinson film, so you don't have to.